Happy Facebook Live time. Welcome to Melissa's Crafting Treehouse and to another episode of Treehouse TV. Hope you're doing well tonight, whether you're joining for the live here on Facebook or on YouTube for the replay or on the replay on Facebook. Welcome, so glad to have you here. Chime in and say hello. Let me know where you're from. And just a couple little notes, thoughts, things going on. Got 2 Stampin' Up! Boxes today. No, not 4, 2. And they literally just got delivered to my doorstep while I was eating dinner. So I'm gonna give you a quick sneak peek of those. I've got a 2 fun projects to share. They coordinate with one another, and a couple of quick announcements, plus some birthday cards that arrived since last week. So super fun and exciting. Can't wait to share those. And so anyway, yeah, I see people joining in. Wonderful, wonderful. So I'm just going to say I feel really relaxed tonight, even though it might not sound like it. I think I'm relaxed just because I'm tired. There's just a little bit too much going on as we careen into Thanksgiving, and then, in anticipation of the holidays coming up. We got 1 week left, right? So a week from today will be Thanksgiving. Hi, Kathleen. Hi, others who've joined in. Hi, Megan. See names flashing across the screen, trying to focus on what I'm saying. Hi, MJ. Hi, Elizabeth. Yay, so glad to see people here. So yeah, I feel relaxed, but kind of tired in a strange way. I have my Stamp Club, my live in-person club event tomorrow. It's not live though, it's on Zoom. And we've been doing this the last several months, and it's actually been a hoot. It's so much fun to see people's faces and know, of course, that we're staying safe and healthy. And I know some of you are club members who are out there. So anyways, really looking forward to tomorrow night's club, because we always have a lot of fun. And then on Saturday, I've got my team creative play event. So I'm all jacked up, got so much stuff going on. So hopefully we'll have a lot of people participate in that, because I've got some fun things to share. New products, of course. Now I'm tantalizing you because I'm not showing you guys new products right now, but at my team event. That's just another way of saying the chicks are great and you guys should join. You should join my team. Anyway, so lots to cover today, so I'm going to just launch right in. Reminder, if you want one of the January to June mini catalogs and you've placed an order in the last 6 months through me, you will automatically be getting one. If you have not, let me know and I'd be happy to send you a catalog, particularly if you are intending to purchase through my online store. And just want to get those catalogs out. I will be ordering those on December 1, so you have till then and to tell me to make sure that I order enough. Then I'll be sending those out as quickly as I can. They'll probably arrive at people's doors mid-December, 3rd week in December, something of that sort, as soon as I can get them out. So let's see, what else? Next week's going to be a little bit unusual, so I want to talk to you about that a bit, because Thanksgiving, of course, is Thursday, so I will not be going live. Yes, I am taking the week off. Super exciting. Now, I'll probably be doing some work, of course, but I just won't be going live. I may do a blog post in between, since I won't be going live. But just know I will be back the following week. And also because next week's unusual, and I will be traveling on Wednesday. My newsletter usually comes out on Wednesday, so instead it's going to come out on Monday. And just a little hint, there'll be some news in there that I don't share on my blog or website, just for newsletter subscribers. And I am contemplating what is it called? A Black Friday special. Haven't even figured it out yet, but I'm contemplating ideas. Mine's working. So that will be in the Monday newsletter as well. So stay tuned, plus other fun things too coming. So make sure to watch for that Monday newsletter next week. Let's see what else. Okay, so cards. I'm so remiss. I have a couple of cards that have come since, but one of them I got several weeks ago, and I forgot to share it. And it was because it's an extra large size card, just beautiful, stunning card by one of my club members, and she is also a team member, in fact. So I have to show you that one first, and then I'm going to show you a couple of other ones I've received as well. All right, so I'm going to run through these super quick. This is from Julia. Isn't that beautiful? Thank you so much, Julia. From Birthday Wishes fun ideas. I love the tearing down the side and that Asian look. Just love it. Some people even sent me, you know, like actual written notes in with their cards, you know, like actual letters, which is very fun. Let's see. Here's the next one. This is just beautiful. This is from Robin. It came just a few days ago, just beautiful. I think Robin was worried that it wasn't going to get to me. She sent me an email. But check that out. Isn't that pretty? Beautiful sponging. And anyway, love that. This one is from Sarah, one of my Stamp Club members. I'm going to see her tomorrow. Yay, Sarah. Okay, let's see what else. This is from my aunt. Now, she did not make this card herself, but she really is an admirer of card makers, so she buys homemade cards from people that sell them. This one is from, let's see, how do I pronounce it? Marinette. I know a Martinette, so it always confuses me when I'm trying to say her name. Isn't that beautiful? So pretty with the butterflies. Just love this. Now this one I love this card, but I'm so sad to say I got water on it. This is from Sandy. Sandy is also a club member. Just love that. So sorry I got it wet, but it's still beautiful. Okay, so last but not least, this is the big, huge card that I forgot to share last week. And it's like a book. This was created by Cecilia, who is a club member and a team member. Check that out. Like, okay, so this is a normal size card. Cecilia she just goes way over the top. So look at it, how the ribbon is woven in there and the autumn theme and everything. And then check out the inside. I can show the inside. Multiple layers on the inside on both sides. She is one amazing, talented crafter. So thank you so much, Cecilia. And to all of you who sent me birthday cards. Makes me so happy. I am a lucky girl. Lucky woman, I should say. All right, so that's it for my cards. Now I'm going to face the camera down and just show you quickly what's in my 2 boxes, just because it's fun, and it will be a quick run through. I'm not going to open packages or anything because it literally just arrived. So let's turn the camera around. I'll show you what I got, and then we'll start with the projects. Trying to move through things quickly. So one of the things I did in this recent order was I ordered logo items from Stampin' Up. So I'm so excited because this is actually a keychain, and it has some of the logo stuff on it from Stampin' Up. So I'm so excited to use that. Stampin' Up Post-it notes. Who doesn't need those? I love them. I can't wait. I bought a few, so I'm having some technical difficulties. I hope I'm still showing up for all you guys. Anyway, so some pretty Stampin' Up stickers. So I'm excited about my new logo items. Okay, now for what you really want to see. This is my pre-order. Woohoo! Literally just opened this box now. These new, what are they even called? I know what they are. Blending brushes. I'm so excited to try these out. They've got a nice big handle, a sponge on the end. They're rounded. I am very excited for those. Now, I got the whole suite collection for the art gallery. I can't remember what the suite is called, but this is the stamp set. There's dies that go with it. And check that out. Amazing embossing folder that's like embossing paste called Painted Texture. Super excited about that. And this is a celebration item. As a demonstrator, we get to get them early with our purchases. So for every $50 we spend now, or well, starting December 1 technically, we'll get celebration items. So this is one of my favorites of the new celebration items, which starts on January 5th. And I got more of the Garden Dandy designer paper. I think I may have shown you guys that because we got that from when we were on stage, or we were allowed to pre-order it for on stage. These lovely note cards. These are just going to be so pretty. And of course, I'm not opening them up, but you're just going to have to imagine. And then at some point, I'll open them up. These are my Memories and More cards that go with this suite. This 4x6 and what is it, 3x4 as well. Ooh, and I can't wait to check this ribbon out. This is like a glittery ribbon. Glittery, natural textured ribbon. This goes with the Artistry Blooms, or not, it's the, what is it, the Art Gallery Suite. See, look, I can't help myself but to take it apart. Isn't that so pretty? Oh my gosh, I just love that. I just want to open it up and wrap it around me. I know, a little crazy. All right, these are the little ladybugs. I think I may have showed you those, and also this Mossy Meadow linen trim. And, ooh, I can't wait to look at this. This is called Oh So Ombre patterns and designs in multiple colors. Again, just trying to run through so I'm not here all day with you. Ooh, the celebration brochure. I'm so excited. I've gotten to see it online, but not in person, and I cannot open it up legally. Stampin' Up! Says that's against the rules until later. So anyway, but I'm super excited. I get to have the paper copy in hand. There's nothing like having the paper copy to look at. Dandy laser cut paper. I have not seen this either. Again, it's going to have to be a surprise until another time when I have more time to show you. This is the well-suited twine. This goes with this a suite that's sort of a masculine-oriented suite. It's got great dies that die cut like shirt and collar shapes. And anyway, oh, and here comes the designer paper. This is the well-suited paper. So again, you just get a little sneak peek. You get to see the top part. And check this out. This is part of the what is it called? The art one. The art gallery suite. And anyway, these are acetate sheets with all this gold finish, and then it overlays over some of these designer paper patterns. Ooh, that's even more pretty in person than it is. And it's painted. Can you guys see the texture on there? It's actually like oil painted. So what they tell us at Stampin' Up! Is an artist actually paints these, and then they take pictures of what somebody's painted to create all these designer papers. So it's pretty remarkable. And then this is some of the celebration paper. So fun. Flower and Field Designer Series paper. Stampin' Up! Always does such a great job with the celebration papers. And then, last but not least, my new mini catalog again. So excited to be able to look through the paper copy of this catalog. Okay, so that's all you get for now. That's all I get too, because what I really want to do is rip them open and check them all out. Notice I'm not going to put my catalog in the bottom because I must be able to access it very easily. Putting everything back in my box. Because here's what happens when I demonstrate with you guys and I do something like this, is I end up having these huge piles of stuff off on the side, and then I bury things that I need in my demonstration. So can't do that today. Okay, so I'm going to move this aside for now. I'm so excited. So fun. New things are so fun. So, okay, yay. I hope that was fun for you. It was definitely fun for me to share. And you'll be seeing more in the coming weeks, of course. I've already started playing with the Garden Dandy set, which I just adore. So there'll be things coming with that soon. Alrighty, so what do I have in store for you today? I've got a pair of projects that go together, and it all started with my scraps of watercolor paper. So I usually, for all my papers, I get a little cello bag. We sell these 6x8 cello bags. And I put all my scraps in, whether it's designer paper or specialty cardstock or paper. And then, I go in and use it as I need to. So for today's project, I was inspired to just watercolor some pieces and die cut some snowflakes. So I'm going to do a quick watercolor just to sort of show you the process if you are wanting it. And I'm using 3 colors, Pacific Point, and I like to put them in the order in which I'm going to use them on my palette. And in this case, I'm actually using my silicone craft sheet to do that. And my Highland Heather, which I'm going to put off to the right because it's my lightest color. And then Gorgeous Grape in the center. Now, when you're doing your watercoloring, I love watercoloring. I love watercolor paper. You want your paper to be very wet, generously wet. Okay, so I just already sprayed it, but I'm spraying it some more. And I'm going to use one of my water painters to start with my coloring. I'm going to do just really broad brush coloring here. Let's start with the blue. Pacific Point. Woohoo! It's so fun how it just kind of feathers out like that. I just love it. And some of my light Highland Heather. I don't know why I did the blue in the center. That's okay. And you can see they kind of all get mixed up. And then my gorgeous grape, which is just my favorite. I love the gorgeous grape. Anybody else out there is like a purple, crazy purple girl? I just love my purples. Okay, so you don't have to be fussy with this. You can just do it however you want. Add the color in, spray it on some more to move it around, and then basically just set it aside to dry. So I did that with, you know, I don't know, like 15 pieces. And let me show you what I created. So of course I will need to let that dry. And I could have mixed up the colors more, but I'm just, you know, doing a little bit here. Okay, let's move this aside. And let me show you some of what I did. I spent quite a while doing some watercoloring of all my little scraps and pieces and parts. And this is just a small sampling of what I did. So let it all dry, and then I die cut it with every single die in my So Many Snowflakes set. Now the only one that really doesn't work like this is this die right here. Because this die actually doesn't cut the outside edge, it only cuts an opening. Now I ended up creating a really cool card with this particular die, but it doesn't cut out a shape like this. It just cuts out a negative space. I don't know if you guys have seen one like this. I used that die for my Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle project, which will come out on December 3rd. Actually, the next Facebook Live I do, I'll be showing projects with that suite, because that's the theme for December. My project uses this die. And anyway, so just love it. As you can tell, I love snowflakes. I could do them all day long. I hope you guys aren't sick of them. Who else likes snowflakes out there? Comment and let me know. Are you sick of snowflakes? I sure hope not, because they're coming again, and I've created more projects. It's like once I started, like I can't stop. All right, so one of the other things I'm using today is the Winter Snow Embossing Folder. Love these snowflakes too. Now, I'm not even using the stamp set today, but it coordinates, and so you know, if you have this, you got to have that. And I have created lots of projects with the Snowflake Wishes as well, just not today. All right, so for my card today, I am using this die right here. Now, last week, I shared a project that was the votive candle holders, or really the LED light holders. You wouldn't want to put a candle in it because it's paper. We used this die. And I had a piece left over, so this is really the genesis of this project. The die cut flowers with the watercoloring, and the fact that I had a piece of white cardstock left over from my project last week with this piece used for die cut out of the center. So that's how a project begins, right? Sometimes it's just because you've got scraps sitting around that you end up being inspired to use. So I've got my piece right here, so I've die cut the shape out of it, and so we're going to use that. And then let me bring the other pieces in here. I've got a card base that's gorgeous grape that's cut the long way, so it's 4 1/4 by 11, folded in half. And then for this one, I'm going to show you my first version, but being true to form, I had to do something slightly different than the first one. So I'll show you the first one and the second one before we're done. So I've got a piece of black cardstock. It has adhesive on the back. That's just going to go attached right on the front of the card. I love having my adhesive all done for me. And then here is my dry embossed piece with the snowflakes. This is the thing that makes this card different from the last one, because I chose not to use, I did not dry emboss this background piece on my first card. So that's just going to get centered right there on the front. And this is actually a really simple card, especially if you've got all the snowflakes sitting around like I did. And then I've got this die cut piece that's going to go over the top. Now this is also something different from what I did on the first card. I decided to use dimensionals on this one. I felt like I kind of needed to, because I had those snowflakes in the back and I wanted to make sure that they showed up. So I've got this really thin, kind of delicate black edge, because our sentiment piece is also going to be black. So there's where we are so far. Looks kind of plain, but it's not going to be plain when we're done. And then I'm going to pull in some of my snowflakes. So these are the ones that I chose to use. I don't have exactly the same ones as I did on the first card, but what I have done is my little trick. I've put my my mini glue dots, my mini dimensionals cut in half on 3 of these, the ends of the snowflake. And then I've put my white glue, my multi-purpose liquid glue, all over the other parts and pieces. And as I just love this little trick because it's now tacky and it's going to stick, but I don't have to worry about getting the gooiness on my fingers when I'm demonstrating. So I'm going to start with actually I'm going to lay these out first. So I want my dimensionals to fall inside where the blue is, because of course that's raised up. And the part that has the glue, the white glue, needs to be on the outside white edge. So we're just going to lay that out, get our positioning of all of our snowflakes, and then decide. So this one also, I don't know if you can see the shininess. Hello. It has the shiny, tacky white glue that's semi-dry on the back. And I did these at, I don't know, a couple hours ago. I added that glue. So it dries fairly quickly. And as you can see, each one of these little watercolored snowflakes are, different as far as how much of the colors in there, what colors are in there. It's the same colors I just showed you a minute ago. And then I'm going to put that one in the upper right-hand corner, sort of-ish. And, I thought maybe I might play with some of these, but I don't know. It might get kind of busy. So I'm going to just lay this out here for now, and I want your comments. You guys help me create. Should I add these little elements in here or not? Now, I have to show you one thing first before you tell me your opinion. Yeah, oh, so you love snowflakes, Carol? Yes, you're just like me. Can't get enough of them. Crazy. I haven't seen other people's comments. Oh, I see Sue loves snowflakes. No two snowflakes are alike. I know. It's like human beings. We're each special and unique and beautiful, just like a snowflake. I know, I'm kind of corny here. But it's true. It's so true. Okay, so now I've taken this sentiment, May Your Season Sparkle, heat embossed it in white on a piece of black cardstock. Now this sentiment, if I left it on a full piece of cardstock, it would be really big and you would see a lot of the black. So I've done this multiple times with this sentiment because I really love the sentiment, but I don't want to have as much of the plain cardstock around it. So I do this fussy cutting with my little paper snips and it works beautifully. So this sentiment is going to go right in here to make sure to have enough room. Now on the back I have just a little bit of adhesive on this side because this side is going to be in the center. In fact, I need a dimensional on there. Coming back in 1 second. Here we go. With my black mini dimensionals. Just do one. Okay, so are you commenting on whether these little ones belong or don't? Should I just keep it simple? It kind of tends to be what I'm inclined to do. Let's see. How did I have this? Make sure I've got my dimensionals where they need to be. I want to do a little toiling with it. That's about where I want it. Did I take the backings off? Oh no! I didn't take the backings off. Got to take them off the back sides of the snowflake. Okay, I'm looking at comments. And some more watercoloring. Yes, watercoloring is wonderful. I love watercoloring. And I don't love the kind where it's like you have to create it and make it look like an actual thing. So don't get me wrong on that. I like to do it so that it's kind of organic and you don't have to really worry about like creating a scene or anything, you know. It's just makes it super easy because it's really just about the texture and how the ink flows on the paper. Super easy. Okay, I think I got that. All right, so there's where my snowflakes are gonna go. Okay, I have to be looking. Using the glue with the dimensionals, yes. Gotta make sure that it's sticking up where it's supposed to. Dang, and I forgot to take the back off of this one. Fortunately, easy enough, right? There we go. Now, no extra ones. Extra ones. What do we think? Is it getting too busy? I'm glad you like the colors, Megan. Wonderful. All right, I'm going to leave that there just for a minute, and I'm going to try to come back and look at comments to see if you all think it needs those extra little ones or by itself. Okay, now let's show you the original one. So there's my first finished one, and as you will see, there's no dry embossing in here, and what's raised up is the sentiment instead of the white piece. So there's what we got. So now you can kind of compare without these little extra doohickeys. Now these sort of snowflakes, they're kind of not snowflakes in my head. They don't have those delicate shapes, you know, that the snowflakes do. And I see people are voting, no extras. Yes, okay. I think that's how I'm leaning also. Let's get rid of those babies. I have to find another use for them. So this is why, as I'm sure is true for you guys, I have like a million pieces and parts of card salad, as I like to call it. All these pieces. So I prepare lots of pieces, and then I figure out later what to do with them, and they're basically just fodder for play. All right, so you guys ready for the next project? I see I have one vote for extras. All right, well, I'm still looking at comments. All right, I think the no extras wins out. Okay, so we're gonna put those aside, and you can kind of spy them as I do this second project. Now, I created this second project a while ago. It's, in my mind, it's like the perfect little gift for a gift card for a little girl, okay? Anybody have little girls in their lives? So I have taken a piece of cardstock. This is Highland Heather, measures 4 by 8.5, scored at 3 1/4 and 6 5/8. And then I've taken one of my dies, it's still stuck in there as you can see, with my Ornate Borders dies to cut off the edge so it would have a nice little edge on it. Now, I wanted this all here to show you because when I was die cutting it, I couldn't put it in like this because my die was way too long. And I tried to, so what I had to do is fold over my bottom and then run it through like this, you know, and then of course with another, it'd be the cutting pad and then a cutting pad. So, and it did go through just fine, even though this was folded. So just word to the wise, so you know, and of course that's the piece that came off of it. So just a little tip on that. And then I'm going to use my brush to just poke out the little parts and pieces. And I get this lovely edge. Isn't that pretty? It's so delicate and pretty. I just love it. All right, so I'll leave that off to the side so you guys can see it. So this is basically the shape of my little gift card holder. And I'm going to use my, I'm going to use some of the Snowflake Splendor Designer Series paper to decorate this. And it's going to have a little handle as well. So I should also point out that on this one, I have my blue adhesive back gems. Aren't they beautiful? This one's going to have them because it's naked otherwise. It needs that little sparkle. Can you see the sparkle? So just wanted to point that out. That's one little detail I haven't done on here, but it's going to happen later. All right, so I'm using, let's grab my pieces and parts. Now I also have some extra little pieces to play with to decorate my design. And I'm going to start with putting one of the pieces of designer paper on the front. Now the back side is really pretty. I have done one with the back side showing as well, so I'll show you that before we're done also. This is actually the third one that I've created of this particular style. Now I need little girls to share it with. I might need to borrow some because my girls are grown. Okay, so that's the outside. Now for the inside, this is going to go on the inside and I'm going to create a little pocket. To create that pocket, I'm going to use my classic label punch, and to give myself a guide, I'm just going to punch out one of these, and I am actually going to use this for in two ways before we're done. So, first way is I'm going to put a tiny little bit of adhesive on the back side, and I'm going to use it as a guide so I know where to punch. Now, any gift card is going to be longer than this, right? That's pretty short. So this is how I'm going to do this, and hopefully I can do it well on camera because sometimes it's a little challenging to do. So I'm going to get it so that it's, oh, I don't know, maybe 3/8 of an inch from the edge-ish. Make sure it's straight along the edge. And then I'm going to superimpose my punch right over the top. All right, did that pretty straight, yay. And now I'm going to use it again. I guess I'm using it 3 times actually. Let's see if I got adhesive in the right place on that. I don't. Got to put a little bit on the end. And I'm just going to place it at the end to be a guide to make this opening longer. Now, I try to do this freehand. I've done it freehand before, but invariably if I do it freehand, I don't get it right. So this trick should do the trick to get it exactly where I want it to be. Okay, let's line that baby up. I think it did it. Yay, very good. A little bit more space on this side than that, but it should be good enough. Okay, so now, where are my other pieces? They're around here somewhere. Oh yes. So now, I'm going to make a pretend gift card. It's going to stick in. So I'm just getting my size there. And I like the corners rounded. Now the nice thing about this is, yes, I'm making a pretend gift card, but it could also be something that you write a note on, and you could put the gift card in there as well. So I'm just punching to get my rounded circles using this punch, which is called the Detailed Trio Punch. And you just want to make sure it's really well nested in the corner because sometimes it's off if you're not paying attention. Okay, and then I've got my white piece on the inside with adhesive on it. So this becomes where you write your note, or if you're doing like a, you know, like a coupon, you could write on there what the coupon is good for. So you could give any gift you want. It doesn't just have to be money, right? Okay. So next, I'm going to add some white glue to the edges of this piece, and just the edges is very important, of course, because otherwise the gift card will get stuck in there. Okay, so let's just, this would have been a good one to allow to dry, but I needed to be able to punch the opening, which might not have worked so well if I had put the glue on ahead of time. So hopefully it's not going to ooze too much. And I don't want, that's the other thing about allowing it to dry, is it won't ooze if it's just dry. It just becomes tacky in that spot. So it's another great advantage to adding your glue and then allowing it to dry. So I'm just spreading it out a little bit so it's less likely to ooze. And of course, I had to get some on my finger. I'm in love with letting this glue dry. Put it on, set it, forget it, and then come back when you need it. Okay. So then we're just going to center that in there. And I've just attached it around the 4 sides so that it's going to be holding on right here and just secure that little section, which is kind of vulnerable. And then I'm going to take this piece that I had before and I'm going to use it a 3rd time. First 2 times as a guide. And now my last time is going to be, I just remembered one little detail that I forgot. I need to be able to tuck it under one side. So I might have to trim off a little bit. Where's my scissors? So we're just going to tuck a little bit under. And then fold it around the back side so that it becomes like a little tab, a little handle, so you can pull it out of its little pocket. So there we go. There's my little gift card. All I have to do now is write a note on there to say what I'm giving, right? Isn't that cute? So cute. Okay, we're not done yet, but we're getting there. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a little handle to make this into an adorable little purse. Okay, so did anybody comment that they have a little girl in their life? Okay, so where am I on this? Okay, so I'm going to actually punch a couple of holes with my punch. And I am actually just going to eyeball placement. I actually measured it on my other ones, but I think I can do this well enough. So I'm only punching out like a half of that 1/8 inch hole punch, because once you open it up, it becomes bigger. Actually, the one on one side is bigger than the other, but it doesn't really matter. And then I'm going to weave this through. Now I'm going to try doing this one a little bit different from how I did my other ones, just to play around with trying something different. And then I'll show you the difference. We'll see which one works better. 4 grandnieces. Oh my gosh, this is like your perfect thing, especially if they like, if you want to give them a gift card of some kind, or just do something special. I'm taking you to Disneyland. Not now. That was a very bad example. Okay, so for this, I'm just kind of gauging my spacing, and I'm just going to tie a knot in the center here, trying to make it neat. Like I said, this is different from how I did the other one. Well, so we'll see if it works better or worse in the way that it opens and closes. You guys can help me decide which is the better method. Okay, so tie that nice and tight. It actually kind of looks pretty on the inside, doing it that way. And then I'm just going to trim off my edges. I love this iridescent ribbon. This is the Snowflake Splendor ribbon, all part of this same suite. And so there it is on the inside. It looks kind of cute, actually, especially if it's right in the center. And then it closes like that, and you got your adorable little handle. Isn't that cute? Okay, so now it pops open like this, right? So we have a solution to that, and that is, I've got some little Velcro circles, and I'm just going to take one side, attach it to the other. Very, very sticky. And because I don't want it to be super bulky, I'm actually going to cut it in half. It's very sticky on the end. My finger's going to get stuck. See, look. I think that's the one I'll take off. And then, very sticky, I'm going to place it on my, once I put it down, it's definitely going to be there for good. So let's use my scissors so that I can see what I'm doing. There we go. Place it in the center, both parts, and then close it up, and the other side's going to then attach exactly where it's supposed to be. So there we go. Pretty cool, huh? So, yes, a flat magnet would work. I thought about that as well. If you did a flat magnet, one of the things you could do is hide it behind this designer paper. On this side, you wouldn't have a place to hide it, though. So that's part of why I decided against it. And because you have this knot in here, it kind of makes it sort of pooch open anyway. So you almost need that extra height. And I'm just rationalizing here. Although I think it is a good rationale to use the Velcro. So there you go. Now we could decorate this. So I actually played around with some more of that same sentiment and, you know, thought, well, that could maybe go there. And then I've got, you know, that snowflake, which kind of blends in. I got a white one. Could put one down here. I don't know, what do you guys think? Maybe, where is that? Here's my snowflakes. Let's see how this looks in the center. I don't know. This one just like stands out like a sore thumb. It's a cute shape, but it doesn't have the same delicate look as the other ones. So I don't know. Maybe just like that. I think that's pretty cute and simple. Okay, so I'm going to show you the other ones that I did, just for fun. I think that's what we'll go with. And pull that aside. So now here is one of the other ones that I did. This is actually the back side of this designer paper. And of course this one has more purples in it, so it worked really well to do with the Highland Heather. And this is Pacific Point. Opens like that, of course. Now this is the other way I closed it, was I did little knots in each spot, which you have to do big enough so that they don't go through the holes, as an alternative to this one where I tied it in the center. Both work, but in this case you only have to do one knot, and this one you have to do two. And then of course the same little insert there. And again, I could decorate this as well with my sentiment and a snowflake. What do you guys think of those snowflake embellishments? Does that work? Should I go with it? A toddler girl, possibly eating the magnet. Oh, that wouldn't be good. No. All right. And then, of course, I might just have to use some of my blue adhesive back gems as well. Why not? So, what else was I going to show you? Am I done? Let's see if there's anything that I have forgotten. Oh yeah, I have one more of this same design. This is also the same designer paper, but it uses the paper that has some of the Night of Navy in it, and I love this color as well. So it's the same basic design. I used the back side of one of the other patterns and the little insert there. So super simple, and you know, if you were going to send a card and the gift card to somebody, make a nice little ensemble to use the two of them. So, yes for the snowflakes. Okay, good. Thanks for chiming in. I like it. I think I will just, you know, I'll go ahead and attach them when I'm off camera. You want to see how my watercolor piece turned out? So it just changes completely when it dries. Check that out. I just left it, right? I mean, and it took me like 2 seconds to do that. Now, that's so pretty that I don't know that I can cut it up and make a snowflake of it. It is too pretty. So pretty. Anyway, I love watercolor. Now, what do you guys think of that? Just tell me you think it's beautiful. Somebody do hearts. I haven't seen any hearts. Demanding hearts. I am demanding. All right. Let's turn the camera facing back, and we will finish up for the evening. Let's see what we got here. I mean to always turn it around after, so I'm not like on top of it. One of these days I'll figure that out. All right. That was a lot. What did you guys think? Did you guys like them? Can you see making those cute little purses for any little girls in your life? Or even some of the big girls or women? Why not, right? We like purses too. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that. I can't wait to look at your comments. I asked you if you were tired of snowflakes, and I didn't see anybody's response. I saw some people saying they love snowflakes, and that's wonderful. Let's see, you put, just trying to read comments. Oh, the hearts aren't working today. You know, I was trying to learn how to do them myself because it's fun. It's fun to give people hearts. Just really fun. It looks like the Northern Lights. Oh, cool. I'm glad you like the purses. Thanks, MJ. Ah, yes. Love snowflakes. How can you go wrong? And the best thing is, snowflakes aren't just Christmas, right? They go all the way into, you know, wherever you live. February, March, April. If you live in Boston or somewhere up north, snowflakes come in way late. So you could redo a design, you know, like this and do like thank you or happy birthday. It doesn't have to be just for the holidays. That's what I say. Of course, I live in the South, so we're lucky if we get snow in, you know, February. Gets warm here. Anyway, let's see what, finish up, just reminders. Okay, so I've talked a little bit about the building blocks of my design. Pretty much started with that die cut opening piece and the inspiration to color snowflakes. And then, of course, this design came together super quick because all I had to do was figure out colors that worked with my snowflakes, and the purple and the blue were just the perfect match because those were the ink colors that I used. And then the black sentiment was just to add a little drama to the whole deal and a little contrast. And of course I cut it so that there wouldn't be too much black. I wanted it to be subtle. And then added the black around the edge so that this black wouldn't be, you know, lonely, as I like to say. So those are my building blocks of this design process, in case you were interested. Alrighty, so again, a few reminders. Next week will be a little bit unusual. No Facebook Live on Thursday, but I'll be back on December 3rd. Can't even believe I'm saying December at this point for the next Facebook Live. And that will be our Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle sneak peeks. So you will be seeing more snowflake projects, whether you like it or not. I hope you'll like it. I think you'll like my project. It's a different color scheme from today. And haven't seen the other design team members' projects, so I don't know what I'll be doing for those other two projects, but that'll be packed, right? Because I'm doing 3 projects all in the same presentation. Treehouse TV presentation. And then my newsletter will come out Monday, so watch for my Black Friday special. And yes, I'm going to enjoy my week off. We are actually going to West Virginia to visit my daughter. And me and my husband and my younger daughter all getting COVID tests to make sure that we are safe and we're not going to be bringing it up to her and her community. I'm pretty sure that we're good because, you know, I'm good. Haven't really been seeing too many people lately, except for on Zoom. Can't get it through Zoom. Yay. So anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend and a fabulous Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for joining me and spending some time with me today. And I'll look forward to seeing you on December 3rd, or, you know, check out my blog in between because I'll have some posts on there in between. Let's see. And I will be doing product shares. I see somebody's commenting on that. As soon I got my catalog in hand now, so now I can start putting them together. And in the next few weeks, I will have publicity about the product shares. December 1, as a demonstrator, I can pre-order anything from the mini catalog, so I'll be doing that so I can put together samples of what the product shares look like. And the ordering will probably start around mid-December, where you can start signing up for what you want. And then, of course, as always, I send PayPal invoices and you pay 7 days before I can actually order, because that's Stampin' Up! Policy. So more details coming about that as soon as it's available. Can't wait to share more products with you, more fun, new things. So much fun. And you be safe too. Thank you, MJ. Yes, I will enjoy my family time. It's going to be cold in West Virginia, but not too cold. So you guys all be safe, safe travels, be healthy, wear your masks if you have to. Just got to get people not being sick. No more sickness. I'm tired of it. All right. Happy crafting, guys. Mwah! Love you. Bye.